Hey everybody,
I'm Will.
And I'm Sam, and we are Working Title!
Star Wars Edition.
I'm gonna take these off so you can see my eyes.
Bad Batch. We're here.
Cut and run.
Cut and Run, Episode 2.
The Bad Batch visit an old contact. Last on Episode 1, we got to meet a new member of the Bad Batch, Omega, a little girl who is a clone and has medical expertise. We lost a Bad Batch member. Cross-heir has been turned to the dark side.
He's a bad guy now.
Yeah, and we're gonna see if he can recover from that. Tarkin's around, and we're gonna go see who this old contact is, whether it's Rex. My brother was like, what if it's Mace Windu? He's just obsessed with Mace Windu.
Yeah, he's just obsessed with Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts about the show and our reaction, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when we drop more Bad Batch. And hey, we have a Patreon. If you guys want to support us in more ways than just watching the video, click the link in the description and join the fam.
Yes, sir. And this is not a market substitute. If you enjoy Star Wars and the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch, make sure you go check it out on Disney Plus, and then come back and watch our reactions on the Working Title right here. We're gonna punch it.
Bow!
Oh, I thought we were gonna get Naboo for a second.
Yeah,
I heard that and I was like,
what are we going for, Jar Jar?
Jar?
If it was Jar Jar, I would have been like, ugh.
We never know what happened to him afterwards.
There's a book about it.
Seriously?
Not about him specifically, but he's in a book.
Wow.
Dude, the animation in this is amazing. Sorry, I just had to say that off that first.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
We are coming up on Saleucami.
Saleucami is what planet?
No idea.
It's a Clone Wars planet, right?
Yeah.
Saleucami. Oh, the hunter. The hunter who has
The
the wife, right? And the Twi'lek girl?
The Twi'lek family? Yeah. Is he a hunter or a farmer? He's a farmer,
He's a
right?
farmer.
Yeah. Also, I forget what the cat is called from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
That was that, right? Yeah.
The Padme cat.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, that used to scare me every time she would get, like, slashed.
Still disgusting. Has spider eyes and everything.
I want to know how they know who this guy is. They weren't there for that.
They weren't there for that.
If this is the same planet.
But maybe Rex told him a story. I don't know. Rex was there.
Oh, wait, Echo might know.
Yeah.
What's with her?
What's with her?
Smelling the greens for the first time.
Yeah, she's been on a
Plantation.
water planet. Never seen dirt. That's crazy. Could
Yeah.
you imagine?
What is this?
Well, you ever stay inside so long and then you go outside, it's like hard to breathe grass because it's like so potent. At least for me.
Yeah. But remember, she's only been on a metal, like, ship her whole freaking life, or like base.
Come on, let's keep moving.
What's the guy's name who voice acts the clones? Bradley D. Baker?
Yeah, Bradley D. Baker.
I love him. Great man.
It's great too because almost every character I forget is like the same character with just different augmentation in his voice.
Yeah.
Like I believe that they all have their own personalities.
Yeah, he does a really good job playing like
So
100
his
different
friend
characters.
What's
Yeah.
he doing all the way out here?
Hiding. That's what deserters do.
Staying off the radar's not our specialty. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, it is that
And
guy.
you trust a deserter?
Why not? We're all deserters now.
Echo's like, whoa.
That's true.
Whoa, dude.
It's true.
A booby trap.
Single tripwire.
Oh, red laser.
Easy right now. Was that me?
Yes. You
What do
dunce.
we have here? More clones who've lost their
Wow.
way.
It's been a while.
Oh, now I thought we were going to be coming back here. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where's Cross-heir? It's complicated. Sounds familiar. Rex told us about the clone troopers turning against the Jedi.
You talked to Rex? When?
I passed through yesterday.
Where'd he go?
Oh my
Didn't
gosh.
ask. He was going on about some behavioral implant.
He must mean the inhibitor chip.
The what?
She knows what it is.
Inhibitor
Okay.
chips.
What?
The Kaminoans implanted them in the clones to modify their behavior.
Dang.
Where was she when Fives fell? Dang it.
Chip.
Come with us.
It's so sweet.
You know what I just thought of, Will?
What?
What if we see Grogu in the show?
That'd be crazy.
Purpose of this?
I didn't even think of that until now.
Yeah.
Just because of the kids playing.
Huh?
It reminded me of when he met Cara Dune.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to catch it.
Oh.
Oh, this kid is so dense.
She's a defective clone. Like we are. Not exactly. What do you mean? The Kaminoans don't create without a purpose. You all have one, so what's hers? It doesn't matter.
Crap.
Battling droids was easy compared to raising a child. You have no idea what you're in for.
Oh,
We
no.
didn't have a choice.
Little girls in
You know what I'm
sci-fi
saying?
are always super powerful.
Yeah.
So what is it gonna be?
Rex warned us.
Wow, that's crazy. So like Rex is already like trying to like assemble people. Like, yo, we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And this is pretty close after Revenge of the Sith, or and
Yeah.
and Order 66. So it's not been that long.
So it's like right after he ditched Ahsoka to go wherever.
Post. War's over. Well, it doesn't feel that way.
Oh, there's like stormtrooper comms now. Did you just hear that?
Oh, it sounds like a tie. I
A-wing?
can't remember what those are called.
Are they
I
A-wings?
think it's like a V-wing or something.
Or
They
V-wing.
started seizing ships about a week ago. That's the key to not being found. You want to know how to disappear? Put being a soldier behind you and make a new life for yourself.
Those credits won't do you any good without a chain code. New galactic policy.
My
Chain codes.
Your chain code.
Every citizen can exchange their invalid currency for Imperial credits to get by.
Watch it like you lose your net worth by transferring over.
You know, it's funny. As a kid, that was something I never really understood.
Yeah.
You know,
No planetary travel without a chain code.
But I have to get on this ship!
It's not just ships. They're registering people, too. Getting off planet's gonna be harder than I thought.
I'll get it.
That's a horrible
That's the fence. We'll get it later.
telekinesis. Do something. I can sense it.
No, she's gonna do something to get herself in
Come
trouble.
inside.
Could possibly happen out here.
I feel like it's a plant or something. Oh, animal. Oh, the freaking
Oh.
cat thing. Oh! I hate this thing so much.
We've never seen it in animated, have we?
I don't think so.
Watch her ride the thing.
What if she uses the Force and like picks her up?
That's what I'm saying. Or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not. It's a nasty plan to have that thing in your backyard.
What are
Yeah.
you doing out
It's
there?
like a bobcat.
You realize you could have been killed?
Easy. She's not a soldier. Are you hurt? Oh, let's take a look here.
This is touching my heart.
Trying to get the boy.
It's cool that she's like
Poor
their
kid.
sister.
Ugh.
She's their sister, which is really cool. all these like 40-year-old older brothers. Look at all of them.
Kid, you alright?
Look at Wrecker.
I love it. Gosh, I love Wrecker.
I only learned of them moments ago. But yes, do it.
Nice.
Getting Cut, Sue, and the kids on that shuttle.
How are they gonna hide frickin' Echo? Like, what are they gonna do with him?
Turn him into a robot. Put a robot mask over him.
Dude, what if they just made him roll around like a R2 unit?
Yeah.
I mean to ask, like, what do you think that is? Is that just like a Kaminoan thing?
Yeah, it's odd because it's hard to know, like, what, like they said, what's her purpose? What was the objective with making her?
Need another set of eyes out here.
Almost forgot how good of a shot you are.
It's what they do. Protecting them.
I forgot they have French accents, the Twi'leks.
Where's
I
Omega?
like that they do that.
Yeah.
When you leave Saleucami, I want Omega to go with you. You two can give us something that we can't.
Is that what you really want?
It's what she needs.
Dang.
Parents.
You could create a database to identify anyone in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Glad you're impressed. But where are we going to find the data for these chain codes?
Grand Moff
And the
Gideon
discs?
Yeah.
had control of that kind of stuff, right?
Those
Yeah.
now control the
Or he had
systems.
the information
There we
of
can tap
how.
into their network and replicate the
What do you
codes.
call those guys?
Then what? Hunter said they're tagging ships inside their impound facility.
ISB
That
agents.
is our
Yeah.
way in.
Like,
He
You're
was
suggesting
he was
we
ISB
call
for the
authorities
Mandalorian
and seize our
Yeah.
ship?
planet.
That is exactly what I am saying. I
What was his
guess
name
they
from
think it's
Rebels?
abandoned. It just might work.
Callus.
Callus. Agent Callus.
You did what?
Oh,
They're just gonna go. They got themselves impounded?
Solution. Omega's on the ship.
I think it's a good plan, Tick.
So much for simple.
hide her in the cupboards.
Nice.
It's never Star Wars without hiding in the compartments of a ship.
Yeah. And man, the animation for this is just so good. Everything
It flows well too.
Yeah, everything feels so like
You can
genuine,
Yeah.
or not genuine, but just like it feels so authentic, you know?
Yeah.
Like the movements and everything.
Like even knowing it's not motion capture, like the animation, yeah, it flows really well.
Yeah. I mean, even when Hunter was talking to, like, you could see like parts of his face move that normally they would just
Yeah.
move the mouth, but like you
Oh,
could see
yeah.
like the cheekbones and everything move with it too.
See any discs, Tech?
He really is their droid, man.
Yeah, he literally even has the the little plug-in.
Oh. Stealth operations always like stress me out.
It looks like the Korriban, Corellian check,
Yeah.
whatever you call it, the Han Solo had to get through.
Tech, we're in the space.
Wrecker.
What is your status?
We're gonna get spotted.
The chain codes are en route. With Omega.
By herself? You let her go by herself?
Well, we didn't let her go.
I'm on it.
She ran off on her own.
Yes,
If something happens,
big man.
I've got a situation to face.
Glock. Oh, they
Fuck.
heard it.
He said I have a situation.
It's not ideal. We're in agreement on that one.
I like them, those two as a pair.
The two nerds.
Yeah. An evil R2 unit. Wrecker.
That hit the spot.
I love his little fit.
Help over
Yeah.
here. On my way.
With the
Waiting for you.
With the poncho.
poncho.
The little safari hat, I like it.
Show me a chain code, citizen.
Sure, I got it right here. Oh, right. Must be in this hat.
He reminds me of Big Purple Man. Rebels, shoot, what's his name?
Oh my gosh. Steve Bloom. What is his name?
Running out of time, Hunter.
Carabas!
Oh,
I
Carabas.
can't remember his bloody name.
Zeb
Aurelius.
Yes.
Good.
Carabas.
And I have the chain codes. Yeah, Omega.
Good
Tick
kid.
wants to make 5 discs instead of 4.
You didn't tell her?
Tell me what?
Keep moving.
She's gotta stay with him now.
The extra chain code's for you,
Oh.
so you can leave with Cut and Sue. You need a family, kid. They're good people. They'll give you the life you deserve.
I want to stay with you.
Oh, so sweet.
I need all of these characters to survive this show.
I know. She's gonna turn around and stay with Hunter, please.
How do they know it's theirs?
Oh no. Also, how does no one hear this?
I was gonna say
going on?
it's a bit suspect. You'd think this would be enough to put it into lockdown. What are they checking? How do they know?
I mean, it's just their ID.
Just a number?
You're clear.
Yeah.
Gone through.
Oh, she's gone. She didn't go with them. Good. Oh.
Oh.
Wait, no,
she is there. Okay, good. I don't know. I kind of want to see, like... I'm scared this family might die or something.
Yeah. She's gonna dart away.
I'm still magnetized. The system's not responding.
System gonna respond to him just ripping it out.
Yeah. Everything through extra force.
Oh!
Responded to that.
I was gonna say,
Nice.
he has ripped off the whole clamp. Wrecker is the jailbreak.
Wrecker's the real tech of the group.
Wait, Leg is not back.
Wrecker, she's not.
Oh boy.
Come on, kiddo. Oh god, punch him in the face.
Freak's sake. Come on, girl. Something's gonna happen to these people, man.
Is there.
Fudge.
You look like reinforcements at the impound dock.
Oh my god.
I was scared this whole family was just gonna get massacred.
By the skin of their teeth. Just barely.
You would think the guy would still be like, wait, stay here, we need to check on something.
Yeah. Oy vey, man.
Alright. So I think Rex is on, they're going to that desert planet that Rex was in the
Is he
He's
just
just lifting gonk.
nice workout? I mean, you gotta get it in somehow.
He's so strong he barely has to hold the side of it to lift it up.
I know I made a mistake. And I have a lot to learn. But you don't have to get rid of me. I left Camino with you. This is where I want to be.
I love her little voice.
Truth, kid. I guess I've got a lot to learn too.
Definitely.
If this is where you want to be, then this is where you'll stay.
Nice.
Part
Nice.
of the family. Part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It's gonna end.
Yeah, that's it.
Give me an end
After
credit.
credits.
I always want end credits, dang it. Ugh. Cut and run. Episode 2. Well, this is definitely back to the format that we're used to. Short little segments here and there.
Yeah.
And now, after watching last week's, I kind of wish there was like another 30 minutes just to
know.
flesh out the story more. Dang it. Also, I did check. It is 16 episodes we're getting. So,
Nice.
I think this is going into August, literally. So all through the summer, we're going to be watching this show.
Awesome. That's so awesome, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I texted Will like the other day, and I was like, we better pre-order these things because I have a feeling that like some of these characters are going to become really cool or like really hot items in people's eyes.
Pre-order what?
For like a Funko or something.
Yeah, Funko Pops.
Before they all get sold out. There's a pre-order list I'm already on, but yeah, but I can already see it because like I like these characters a lot, just like the group that we're given.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny too because like I didn't initially like I wasn't just before we jump into the episode like watching their episodes in season 7. Like it wasn't my biggest grab when I watched the show. Not that there was anything wrong with them per se, but because of the hype with like Ahsoka and Maul and knowing we were approaching Revenge of the Sith days, like that's where my mind was like really gauged on. Like, I didn't really care about the sisters on Coruscant. I didn't really care about even like the tedious episode of the Jailbreak on whatever the drug lord planet was on. Like I didn't really care. Like they were fine episodes, but my focus was on that. So I also kind of skimmed over in my mind the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
But like they're really, I like the characters. Like even the ones that I kind of didn't enjoy a lot, Tech and Echo last episode, like rewatching during like the editing process, like there's just little things that are kind of enjoyable about them though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I enjoyed like the like in before Bad Batch was released, when it was just like the pre-rendered 2011 version on YouTube or whatever it was. Like, it was interesting, but I know that a lot of people really wanted it, and that's why they brought it back in season 7. And season 7, like, same for me. It was cool, but I was more focused on like Anakin, Ahsoka, Maul, like what's going on with that part. And now that we've got it, especially after the first episode and this one too, like I just really enjoy like the family like
dynamic
that they have. Even the fact that they have like some dickhead brother that just was like, I'm gonna be the bad guy. Whether it was intentional or not, but
yeah. Well, it's also an interesting dynamic too. Like they are technically all like, well, at least Hunter is like a father-esque figure, but it's also like they're older brothers. Like quite literally, they're clones of each other. So technically speaking, I mean, I guess it's all semantics at that point because Django acts like a son or a father to Boba, but it's really just literally a smaller him with a different individualism, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing. Like it feels like both fatherly and brotherly to a little sister.
Yeah. Well, I felt like it almost with the other Bad Batch members. I felt like it was more like uncle.
Yeah, or uncle too.
These are all the uncles. Yeah. They're like, oh shit, we can't hurt my brother's daughter. You know what I mean? Like that's what it felt like.
I just also love the brotherhood of all of them too. Just like being able to go and find the farmer guy that we had in the earlier Clone Wars days, and just like,
what was his name again? I don't remember.
It was in the earlier, like I feel like the first 3 seasons is when we met him. Yeah, and I remember he had one child. I don't remember him having both the kids, but it's been a hot minute since I watched that. It was when Grievous was like attacking. Grievous and Obi-Wan both got stranded on the planet, and so Obi-Wan happened to find camp there. I don't know how the Bad Batch knew them, but word of mouth, I'm assuming, through Rex or whatever groups were there at the time.
Well, they did say that they had like met them, like they knew who their kids were and all that stuff. So at some point they ran into these guys on this planet.
True. Yeah, I mean, these guys go on their own missions all the time, and I'm sure
they're rule breakers. They kind of just do what they want. It's kind of lit, actually.
Yeah, I like it a lot. The animation, you were talking about it during the episode. It's so crisp. And I wanted to bring this up because when I was rewatching last week's episode, or I guess a couple days ago's episode, like, you even said it too, like, even the small things they're able to capture now, which I feel like we didn't really have.
Even in season 7, we didn't have that.
Just there's a good example for anyone who's listening to this. Go back and watch episode 1. And when they're at Saul Guerrera's camp, watch when Saul Guerrera calls out Tech and says, and I thought you were the genius of the group. Watch Tech's little response. I watched it a couple times, and it was a really cool thing because, like, when you get an actor's performance, you get all kinds of, like, little nuance things that you can kind of, like, read into about a character. And then with animation, you don't get that, really. Even with, like, maybe anime, like maybe Attack on Titan is good about that, where it's like they catch little things that you can read into like their eye movement, like why they like doing something.
Yeah, I feel like anime in general is probably the best with capturing like nuances and like little emotional things. But like
where in animation it's like a little bit hard, because the characters are blocky models, so you can't
polygons,
and like you can get like the obvious ones, like Ahsoka used to do that, like this little like weird smile and like wink kind of thing that got annoying because it was like hard to do like very difficult things with her face. But check that moment out, and they do a little thing with Tech, and it was like you can feel like Tech got in like a deep personal inner insult that you would have to look at deeply. But it's cool because it makes me feel like, man, this could be a cool alternative for telling really cool Star Wars stories that aren't in this time period that I would be like totally down for. And it also helps me with, like, believability, too. Like, I don't... Like, if we're talking about, like, animation, like, I would prefer we never have to go and watch something that's, like, season 1 to 4 of this show. Yeah. Where it's, like, it's pretty blocky, and it's pretty, like... Not that this isn't, like, children gauged, because this is gauged for children.
No, but it's also from a decade ago's animation. I mean, it's literally...
But they're catering to, like... people who will also appreciate that now. Like, they're not just doing all this extra detail just for a kid who's not going to pay attention to that. They're doing it for the adults who like this and want to be able to really enjoy the beauty of this world. And, like, you can really see it during, like, close-up shots and, like, the back lit. Like, you can see depth of field.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. Even, like, the smoke in between, lighting effects. So good.
And, I mean, yeah, even, like, this episode, there's a moment where they're on Hunter's face. And I don't know if it was when he was first talking to the deserter or his wife. But, like, you could literally see in the cheekbones and, like, the gap between your jaw of, like, him talking, not just his mouth moving like this. Like, you could really see the whole facial expression.
Yeah.
Great job. I mean, I don't know, like, what animation company did it back then and now. I don't know who they are. I don't know your names, but
we appreciate
you. And Dave Filoni. What a fucking
you guys
legend.
are probably going to hear me mention that almost every episode because as this goes
it's
on,
just so
I'm
good.
sure. Yeah, it's definitely something that I pay attention to a lot, and at least now, ever since season 7.
Yeah.
This episode though, I liked it. It was nice to return to Saleucami. I didn't really remember it until I saw the vegetation.
Yeah.
It was either this or Felucia at that point.
It was exciting to see the family again, and just I think it's cool too for anybody that's been invested in Star Wars for a long time to get callbacks to things. I mean, even last episode with, like, you know, I don't think a huge portion of the Star Wars fan base has watched Rebels. It's really just, like, people, either kids that watched it on that channel or just people that are really into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Bringing, like, Caleb Doom and Deepa Billaba, and then bringing back this guy. I mean, like, you know, like, most
little nods.
Yeah, it's just something that's, like, people who've, like, stuck around for so long, like, you get rewarded for
nice.
being invested in the story of the Clone Wars for so long. It's really great. But yeah, they got together. We saw their farm again.
Yeah.
And the cat monster from Attack of the Clones.
I don't remember what that. I don't remember what the names of those are. I know the Ackley is the big green spider thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember the middle one, but it reminds me of the Mudhorn or whatever we talked about.
Yeah, the Mudhorn and Mando.
It's not exactly the same species; it's different.
But it looks very similar.
It's very similar,
except without the side.
Yeah, the mammoth-y looking version. Yes, I don't remember the name of the cat, but that was nice to see. Because I liked Attack of the Clone. I like all the creatures that George would make. And I think... it doesn't matter, but I was going to say, the only other time I can think of it from anything that wasn't the actual film is, like, the Boba, the Bounty Hunter game for the PS2 where you go to some forest. Doesn't matter in the grander scheme of things, but the one thing that I thought was interesting is, like, the chain code they have in this.
Oh, yeah.
I can't really recall whenever they would bring up chain codes, if they ever did in the movies. I think in Return of the Jedi, they had to get a chain code or something to get to Endor. I could be wrong about that, but they had to, like, get special codes to get onto the planet itself, and they were like, it's not going to work. It looks like I shouldn't have been here, because Vader sensed him.
Yeah.
But what it did make me think of the most, actually, was in Rise of Skywalker, when Poe Dameron's hanging out with that girl he likes on the rooftop, and she's like, look, I got the, like, secret thing. Like, the idea of, like, I never really thought of it with Star Wars. Like, in Phantom Menace, they just so easily leave Tatooine. But that's also, like, a smuggling planet where they probably aren't able to enforce it on the outer region.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that makes sense why they're probably able to control planets so well. Is like, anything that's, like, core from Coruscant and, like, in the general populace of that, you just don't let people leave. The only access to escaping into space is by having to get... I wonder how they do that. Like, did you just impound every single ship?
Well, that's what they were doing. They were just grabbing every ship, making note of it, what it was. You know what I mean? Like, I go and impound your car, and I give it a number, and then whatever, you implant it into the car, so that whenever they go to scan it, it's like, this car is 0001, and so now when you go drive to the next state over, they know, oh, that's car 001, it's owned by Sam, whose chain code is 1112, you know, whatever. So it's just a way of tracking people.
I wonder how they enforce that, just because, like, you have planets like Coruscant with a 1 trillion population. Like, you saw it on Kessel with Lando's ship, but it's like, how do you really... Like, is there specific planets that they just feel like there is a threat, maybe, of people that they have to look out for?
Well, I mean, they did it for everybody because I feel like they bring it a lot. I mean, I know Rebels is like outer rim stuff, really, but like Rebels, Mando, I think that they just give it to every single person, like no matter what. It's like this is your chain code.
Yeah.
Or well, I mean, maybe anybody that's not Imperial. You know, if you're Imperial, you're probably immune to that.
Yeah. And the next logistical thing they brought up was currency transfer into credits.
Transfer for Imperial credits, yeah.
All I could think of is like when you go to like a developing nation where the money isn't like worth as much as like an American bill or like a European euro or yen. And I was just thinking like imagine like Saleucami, you've worked hard as a farmer and your money's good here. As soon as you have to transfer it to Imperial credits, now like your dollar is reduced to like a third of what it was.
Yeah.
So, and I is that what happened to the guy? The like I don't know what he is, like the monkey looking face guy who couldn't like leave on the ship. I thought
no, he didn't have his chain code. They
code.
wouldn't let him leave because he didn't have a chain code.
And do you have to pay for a chain code?
No, it was just. I mean. It was just a way to like mark you as like we know who you are. I mean, it's like giving up your identity.
Yeah, maybe he was like some criminal who didn't want to be like, "Yo, this is me."
Yeah,
keep tabs on me.
Or just like a conspiracy theorist person. Like it's like like I don't want to deal with that. You know what
I'm not taking this.
It's the mark of the beast.
We learned Rex was there recently.
Literally the day prior.
Yeah, I remember from the trailer that he's on a desert planet. I'm assuming that will be the next episode, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do you think the show will go, considering we have 16 episodes? Like, normally, 4 episodes is an arc, and we're getting 4 of those. 4 technical lengths of an arc.
I think that this show will probably go down the line of answering how Rex and them get to where they are, or at least like mentally, like with the inhibitor chip, and then I mean there's that, finding out what the 3 biggest things in this is going to be dealing with the inhibitor chip or finding out about it, also dealing with Rex or working with Rex, dealing with Cross-heir, and then finding out about this girl. Like, those are the 3 important things that they have to, like, nail down through the plot. So it's like, they'll probably figure out how the inhibitor chip works. Then through that, they're probably going to try and save or stop Cross-heir. And then after that, they'll probably really dive into, like, what is Omega's purpose, you know? Mm-hmm. Why did the one Kaminoan lady and, whoever their leader is, I forget his name. I'm really bad with names. My bad, guys.
Who? Which character?
The main Kaminoan guy. The one that meets with
Lama Su, I think, is the lady from Attack on the Clones. I can't remember his name. I don't know.
Whatever.
I always fail.
He allowed that Omega... I mean, he didn't allow Omega to leave. The girl had Omega leave. He allowed not telling the Empire about it and letting it all play out. So...
Yeah.
Like now we need to figure out like what is her purpose, what is her deal, why did they make her, and what do they want from her, or what do they want her to do? Also,
like time wise, like why is she a kid? Did they make her recently? Did they stunt her growth for a particular reason? Like what exact occupation is she used for? I mean, the immediate sinister one I thought of, which I don't think they will do for the show, just because it's a more kid gauged show, is like being the end all of the clones. But we already talked about like they were decommissioned, not necessarily like executed like the old lore. Yeah. What is probably the biggest excitement for me is like I know we talked about any of these guys could die, but just because of the recent announcements of all the Star Wars projects and like knowing there's that Ahsoka show coming up, which will probably feature Rex in live action. I think it'd be cool to like it'd be a bit ridiculous because we've never had a live action multiple Tamora Morrisons on stage.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool if like we have an Ahsoka show and like a bunch of these characters either survive or Omega like is a part of that.
Yeah.
And, like we just have a team of clones who can still like chill with her or something if they can live that long age wise.
Well, we gotta remember too. We don't even know when her show takes place.
Yeah.
Because it could be post Rebels. With Sabine and
Yeah, I think.
Finding Ezra, or it could be.
Well, yeah, they released the synopsis.
They did?
Yeah.
Tell me.
They said she's on the hunt to find Ezra and Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah. So I mean, she could be, or what? Not could be. She will be with Sabine. And probably, I can't imagine they won't get Rex and them on that show.
You know what I'd like them to do?
He might be pretty fucking old though.
Yeah. I would like them to cast Tamora. I think it's Tamora or Tamara. Sorry about the pronunciation. I would like them to cast him for Rex, but I kind of want them to not do that for the if the Bad Batch somehow survive this. What I would like them to do in Attack of the Clones. It's funny because I don't feel like anyone ever really brings it up. In Attack of the Clones, there's 2 actors who play the clones.
The clones, yeah.
There's the Django, and then all the clones are actually it's not until Revenge of the Sith that Tamora plays the clones. There's another dude, a Samoan actor. I think it'd be cool to just do that. Get guys who maybe could look like a brother, as
very
opposed
similar,
to get similar traits. Because you have I think it would have worked if they weren't the Bad Batch, but because Bad Batch have distinguishable different features. The one guy looks pretty much like Rambo. His face, he's got the Hollywood, big jaw and whatever. Wrecker's got a big head, like a brute look to him. He doesn't look like what Tamora
looks like the Mountain.
Yeah. And what's cool is actually, I saw the Black Series released, deluxe versions, detailed versions. They kind of tried to do a lifelike version of Tamora on each of their heads. It looked good on some, it looked good on Wrecker. I don't recall what Hunter was, but, I'd prefer them, just cast a different actor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it'd be cool if you could do more than just Tamora. It has nothing to do with this show. I'm just thinking long term because I do like these characters a whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's much to talk about for this show. Animation is great, fight is great. I'm glad Omega stayed with the crew.
And I'm happy for more stuff. So
yeah, I'm ready for more everything.
So guys, if you like this video, if you like Star Wars, if you like the Bad Batch in general, make sure you leave a like on this. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment about what you thought and what you think is going to happen in this show and what happens after this show. And if you cheat and look at things ahead of time on forums or whatever, we don't want to hear any of that, so keep it to yourself. We appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Punch it, guys.
Bow!